Hello and welcome. Today's video, let's talk about why you are being lazy and struggle to get things done. Even though you know you got some important things to do, you're stuck scrolling or watching videos or on social media or doing everything other than the task. Welcome, my name's Gareth Fleck, and I want to share with you what I've been practicing recently, and it was a dopamine detox. So dopamine's the pleasure chemicals that get released in your brain. And what is trained to give us a dopamine hit? Quick dopamine hit, our phone, social media, videos. It all releases dopamine to the brain and gives us that quick fix. Gaming, indulging in pornography. All these give us a quick fix of dopamine, which alters the receptors in our brain. So they did an experiment on a rat and they connected an electrode to the rat's brain, to its dopamine receptor. And they had a wee lever. And this is a terrible experiment, the poor wee rat. But every time the rat would pull the lever, beep, they'd give it a hit of dopamine. Beep, beep. And this rat stopped eating, stopped drinking, and it just kept pulling this lever to get this quick fix of dopamine until it passed out from exhaustion. And then from then on, it didn't even want to eat, it didn't want to drink, because it's so used to getting this quick hit of dopamine, it had no desire, no motivation to do anything else. It would eat if you put food in its mouth, and it would drink if you put the drink in its mouth, but it didn't even have the motivation to get up to go feed itself. This rat was just going to die because it had exhausted itself just doing the free dopamine hits, getting quick hits of dopamine. So then they tested it again. They put an electric pad in front of this switch of dopamine. And guess what? The rat started electrocuting itself just to get hits of dopamine. That's how powerful our brain responds, and the body wants to get these chemicals of pleasure, okay? And our phones, the laptop, these are all wired up to keep releasing dopamine, you know, the endless scroll. I get on my phone sometimes and I don't even know what I'm looking for. I'm just doing it for the sake of doing it. Or I'll get onto YouTube, I'm like just trying to find a video to watch, and I'm trying to get a dopamine hit. And I started putting off tasks that I should actually do that would actually bring me immense joy. You know, like instead of meditating deeply, I'd be on my phone. Instead of doing work that I knew I had to do, or growing my brand or my business, I'd be scrolling or watching other people's content, getting that quick hit of dopamine, because I'm so used to the quick hits of dopamine, as you most likely are as well, that it's not easy to get ourselves motivated to do the more mundane or the tasks that will release dopamine. It takes longer to release it, you know, by finishing my work. Yeah, once I've finished it, I get the dopamine. But why do that when I can just bing, bing, bing? You get it. Yeah, so it's all your receptors get all muddled up. And it's like heroin addicts or drug addicts, you know, they get that quick, God, that the most high. And once they have to get off these drugs, getting back and integrating into regular life is a real suffer. It's a struggle, because nothing gives them that pleasure again that they have felt. It was like when I became one with God and I hit the God consciousness and my whole body filled with gold light and I became one of everything. Like from that moment, nothing has ever been like satisfied me as much. So falling from that, and I've always been trying to get back to it, it's quite funny, but that drives me to get to that. But then I still got to do other tasks during the day in the material world, right? Like, you know, I love making cool videos, doing my marketing, studying, doing, you know, learning, reading, meditating. So I still got to do these things, but while I'm hooked on this phone or watching pointless videos, those things get put to the side because I'm so used to those quick fixes. So here's what I did to that really helped me, really helped me. Still a battle. I want you to look at your body as the kingdom of God, and there's a battle going on within it from King Soul and King Ego, okay? And they both have troops, good soldier habits and bad soldier habits. And the bad soldier habits from King Ego want to destroy you. They want to keep you stuck in this material world. They want to stop you from reaching self-realization. They want to stop you from reaching God. And these are all the little thoughts that come into your head. And you know, if you're meditating, oh, I better go do this, I better do that. I better start that thing now that I've been putting off for so long, just to get you out of meditation. But yes, see the body as the battlefield within the mind. Good soldier habits, bad soldier habits, King Soul, King Ego, okay, in the battlefield. But what I did to override King Ego and King Soul was a dopamine detox, okay? So I deleted Facebook, I deleted Instagram, I deleted YouTube off my phone because they were the biggest catalysts of my suffering or being addicted to dopamine. And as soon as I did that, I noticed I'd go to pick my phone and my thumb would instantly go to click where YouTube was. I'm like, oh, it's not there now. Or go to Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Oh, they're not there. They're not there. So I'm starving myself from it. But you need to have another habit that you're going to implement and put in place of it. So I took up reading. I'm currently reading from Yogananda, the Bhagavad Gita, which is a highly spiritual book. It's amazing, referencing the Bible and referencing everything. It's just a big journey of our travels from being being addicted to sense pleasures to self-realization and finding God within. But I took up reading that. So when, I felt like, oh my God, I need to check my phone, I was like, no. I stopped and I sat down and I start reading. I haven't read like for ages. I like watching videos, but I'm like, I'm going to make myself read. And to start with, it was a bit of a struggle. But when you understand that there's the battle going on from King Ego and King Soul, and the ego is trying to keep you addicted to the outward, to the sense pleasures, you wants you to see and smell, taste, hear, and feel. It's trying to keep your attention in the outer world. You realize, oh my gosh, okay, when I'm reading those thoughts like go hang out your washing, or ring this person, you should talk to this, or do this bit of work or whatnot, that's just the ego sending in, trying to get back in control. But look how far I've read quite a lot. They're pretty long pages. But that's bringing me so much joy and satisfaction from doing that in itself. And I would implement meditating a lot more. And when you realize that there's the battle going on, as you're meditating, you can get behind me. Not now. When the thoughts come in, not now. I'm seeking God. That is the highest thing that you can do. So meditating, and so I'd meditate and I'd be reading, or I'd go walk around the garden. I started noticing that I wanted to clean. I wanted to do my work because I was starving myself from these quick hits of pleasure. I was like, oh, I know I can do that work better. So I started doing more work, writing better. My ads improved. So my workflow improved. My mind and body is just feeling much better. I'm eating more healthier because I'm not so distracted on my phone, like overeating. I am actually eating, and drinking lots of water and nice fruits and vegetables. And yeah, so starving, and I've really noticed a big rise in my productivity since starving myself from this dopamine, the quick dopamine. Now I'm getting pleasure from doing deep meditations, from reading highly spiritual books, by sitting, being by myself. I'm not all agitated, and it comes though. King Ego bringing the soldiers to throw in all these thoughts and try to override the kingdom, but you've got wisdom. You know what's going on, so you can discern it. Get behind me. I'm going to sit here and read. Oh, check your phone. Why? And then, you know, you do dedicate times to do it. So you can starve it, but you got to be careful. I recently installed them again. And as of today, the reason I'm making this video is because I noticed, oh, I better check Instagram. Oh, okay, I'm back on it, get off it. Or maybe I'll just watch one YouTube video, you know, and it creeps back in. But I'm aware and conscious of this. So now it's like putting a stop to it. And instead of doing that, I've just been reading, I've been meditating, and I was like, I'll make a video and speak about this because I feel it could be quite helpful for someone or you, whoever's watching, if you're still watching to this point. I put a chair in my room. Notice I'm in a different place. That's where as soon as I get up in the morning, I get up and come and sit and I meditate and then read before I do anything, before I check my phone or anything. Do my affirmations, my visualizations, my connecting and speaking to God. To, then I go like have a shower. But I put a chair here because I was doing it in my bed. But then I noticed the voice, oh, just sleep in, go back to sleep. You got to catch it. It's quick. It wants to keep you doing the bad habits like sleeping in on overeating and, you know, lusting and trying to get you on your phone and doing all these bad things. Bad, but not right action, is it? When there's other things that could be done that could be more useful for humanity and for myself. But yeah, I just really wanted to speak about that. The reason why you're probably struggling is because you have you're addicted to quick fixes of dopamine, and it's okay to realize that there's a way you can stop it, and that is through willpower, a bit of wisdom on knowing what's going on. Sorry, I keep looking at my phone like you won't get me. That's so funny. But have a break from your phone, delete some apps off it, and then just watch yourself. Watch those urges and impulses flood in and just know what's going on. Implement some new habits that you want to take on. Maybe you like to paint, maybe you like to walk in the garden, maybe you like to read, or maybe it's a good time to start reading. I did still watch some videos like that weren't just pointless, you know, mindless entertainment, more spiritual videos or learning about things. But I didn't clean my room. I cleaned my car inside out. Did so much because you start having the motivation again. Your receptors rebalance instead of being so slurred to like you only feel good if you're doing this. Because you never feel good when you're just scrolling and watching videos, do you? It might be for a little bit, but it's like a false sensation. It's a false temptation. It's like, oh, I'll feel so good if I eat that cake. Boom. You don't feel good, do you? It's just the ego's got you into, yeah. But some action, remove things off your phone that are pointless just for a little bit. You can bring them back, but just be aware. Maybe remove Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or anything, Pinterest, whatever's your clutch that you know that you're always stuck to that's giving you the quick fix. Maybe it's gaming. Again, you could do it a day and just, you're not allowed to do any of that. One day, no phone, no internet or anything. All you're allowed to do is read, meditate, walk, and eat nice food. Maybe a fast, like a full day of starving yourself of dopamine will help reset your receptors. And then, yeah, kind of have a plan to come back from it that, okay, I know when I'm doing this, that's King Ego trying to take over me. I'm going to read instead. I'm going to write. I'm going to paint. I'm going to do things for the soul, right action. And, I'm going to pray. I'm going to chant. I'm going to do the things that are going to bring me closer to God instead of further away and stuck in the material world. And then you'll be able to go about your day a bit more conscious. Yeah. But yeah, I hope that helps. I haven't been on for a little bit, but this probably explains why I've been doing a wee detox and getting my mind and soul and spirit right, getting aligned and seeking God more now than ever before. I recommend you do the same. May peace be on your soul, and I love you, and I will see you in the next video with whatever topic comes up. Bye.